Okay. So we need to start off with this. 1, 2. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Ironjawz. Boom. There we go. Right. Ironjawz. Ironjawz. Okay. Hey Roxy, how you doing? You know what I like in minis. Oh dear. I guess I'll see what you do. I guess you will. I guess you will. Now. Right. Right. So, Ironjawz. Ironjawz. Ironjaw armies can use the following abilities. Now, they don't get many, which is fair enough. So you can pick a friendly Ironjawz unit that has not been set up this turn, and you can move it 3 inches. So once per turn in the hero phase, you can pick any Ironjawz unit and you can move it 3 inches. If it was in combat, then it must end in combat, but it doesn't mean you can kind of move around and things. And it can move into combat as well. So at the beginning of your opponent's turn, you can move a unit that was close and you can move it into a combat range of something else and deny any sort of movement, which is really, really cool. And then also, once per battle in your charge phase, you can call a wah. So you can go wah, and then for the rest of the turn, the following effects apply to friendly Ironjawz units that are wholly within 18 inches of that hero that has just gone wah. So you get +1 charge roll and you get +1 attack. So that's the first +1 attack you can get in the army. The first one. First one. Okay. Ironjawz Brawl. So these we get to pick one of these formations. I don't know which one I'm going to pick. I can't remember. I've not read these ones properly. So, if you make a charge of 8 inches, you can add another +1 attack. Okay, so I get +1 attack. Right. You can add the number of enemy units that have been destroyed this battle to the move characteristic of friendly Gore Grunters. Okay, so you can make Gore Grunters move an extra 4 inches if you want to. Right. That's great. And then the first time each turn that an enemy unit is destroyed by a fight ability, you can add +1 to hit rolls for the next Ironjawz unit that makes the fight ability, which is okay. This is the annoying word here: destroyed. You have to destroy a unit with a fight ability, and then the next Ironjawz. So it's not as good. It's definitely not as good as like, oh, just have +1 attack. And the final one, which I also quite like, friendly Ironjawz infantry units have ward 6 while they are wholly within 12 inches of a friendly wizard or priest. I quite like that as well. Because there are some units in here which have got like plenty of units in here that got a 3-up save. So 3-up save, 6+ ward, big units, quite resilient. I quite like that as well. So the only downside is that you've got to have a wizard or a priest. Now, spoilers: the weapons, the spells, and the war beats, if you like, the ones that the priest can cast, are actually quite good. I like Weird Fist too, but you are then even slower than before and can't charge. Weird Fist. What's Weird Fist? Where's Weird Fist? Weird Fist. Friendly Ironjawz infantry units have 6-inch ward 6 while they are wholly within 12 inches of any friendly Ironjawz. But you are then even slower than before and can't charge. Why are you even slower than before and can't charge? Weird Fist. Pick one. I'm lost. You're slower as you have to stay wholly within 12. With big blobs. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. And if you charge away, you break the wholly within 12 aura and you lose the ward. Okay, well, that's beside the point. I think that if you're manoeuvring and you're careful with that one, I think you can get that one. Anyway, so heroic traits. If this unit charged this turn, pick an enemy unit within 1 inch of it to be a target, roll a d3 on a 2+, inflict the amount of mortal damage to the target. If it was an 8, roll d6 instead of d3. Oh, that's quite cool. Right, we'll come back to these ones because these ones are things that you can just add afterwards, which is good. And then the spell lore, you can have crit 2 hits. So you can get +1 attack. You can now get crit 2 hits, which is really, really cool. So you can also pick a friendly wizard, inflict d3 mortal damage on the target, and if it was a wizard, inflict 3 mortal damage on the target. So, and then you can also remove the target from the battlefield, and you can set it up again. So you can move a wizard, which is cool. Now the priests. Until the start of the next turn, add 1 to the charge roll for the target. In addition, if the chanting was 8, add 1 to the number of dice rolled, and then make the charge roll for the target to a maximum of 3. Okay, so I can add 1 to the charge rolls, and then if the chanting roll was 8+, you can then add more dice to the charge rolls as well. Pick a friendly Ironjawz priest, and you can heal d6, and if it was an 8+ cast, or when it's cast on a 4, you can heal d3+3, so you can get more wounds back on the target. And then you can add +1 damage to the melee weapons for the rest of the turn, and if you cast it on an 8+, or if you chanted it on an 8+, you can pick two targets. So this is awesome. So this one here, I like this one a lot. So Killer Beat, on a cast on a 4, you are doubling the damage output of up to 2 units, which is quite cool. So doubling the damage points, and also because it's a priest, you might be wholly within 12 inches as well, which is cool. So yeah, like this one. Right, so let's go down to some units. Somewhere around here. Oh, that was a good guess. Okay, so one of the things I really like a big hero at the beginning. The Vampire Lord and the Zombie Dragon was really, really good. It allows you to maneuver your opponent's army around just from kind of threat manipulation on the board. So I really want, and also it's a really cool model as well. So I kind of want one of these in the army anyway. So Godrak or just a Mega Boss on a Maw Crusher. Let's have a quick look. So you've got 8 attacks at damage 2. You've also got 8 attacks at damage 3. 8 attacks at damage 3, which is silly. 8 attacks at damage 3. That's 24 damage. 24 damage just from this one, and then 16 damage from this one, and then yeah, it's cool. So right, what have we got? So pick an enemy monster. On a 3+, pick one of the target's weapons. You must pick a companion weapon if it has. So you can halve the attack's characteristics. -1 rend. Yeah, they're only -1 rend. Smasher and Cunning really should be -2, but hey, it's against Hero it's +1, so that's quite cool. And they get the same with, oh, this one's anti-infantry is +1 rend, so see which one would we like. +1 damage, not doubling. So +1 damage on something that is 1 damage is doubling its damage. So if you're casting it on, that's what I was thinking. Oh bloody hell, they're damage 2. Okay, so it's not even doubling. So Ard Boys, if you're casting it on Ard Boys that have got 2 attacks each, you're doubling their output. So yeah, if they've already got 2 damage, it's even better. Right, so Mega Boss. Until the start of your next turn, add 1 to the hit rolls for combat attacks made by friendly Ironjawz units while they are wholly within 18 inches of the unit. So that's once per battle when you declare a war. So when you declare a war, you're getting +1 to the hit rolls as well as +1 attack as well. So you're getting +1 attack and +1 to hit when you are calling a war. So that's quite useful. Strength from victory. If any damage points were allocated to an enemy unit by this unit's combat attacks this turn, and that enemy unit has been destroyed, give this unit a war token up to a maximum of 3. Until the end of the next turn, add 1 to the attack characteristics of this unit weapons for each war token it has. So So smashing and cunning can then suddenly go up to like 11 attacks, which is awesome. Okay. And then once per turn in any charge phase, so that's doing mortal damage, which is fine. Hang on, once per turn in any charge phase, if this unit charged, okay, so this you're charging or counter charging in your opponent's charge phase. When this unit, these units are so cool. So this is a Mega Boss on a Maw Crusher. He's also got 8 attacks, which are damage 2. The Rend 2 against infantry, hitting on a 4, wounding on a 2. But when it charges, when you make a pile-in, not even when it charged. If you make a pile-in, if it charged. When you make a pile-in move, if it charged, it can then pile in 2d6 instead of 3. So you've come into the corner of a unit, you've charged the corner of a unit. You obviously have to stay within the combat range of the unit that you charge, but you can then pile in and wrap around and maybe tag something else that's in the back. So moving 2d6 as well. I don't know which one of these to take. I'm guessing this one. I'm guessing he is going to be cheaper because he's not the Mega Boss of Godrak. However, this guy is he's really cool as well, and he does get the +1 to hit. Right, let's start off with just a regular Mega Boss, because the Mega Boss, add a hero, Mega Boss on a Maw Crusher. There we go. So we're going to add him. He's 420 points. I mean, that's fair enough. And then right, okay. Okay, so we need a Mega Boss. I definitely need a Mega Boss. I want 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 a Mega Boss. And I also want a Brute unit. I want a big Brute unit. Okay. I want a big Brute unit. So pick a friendly Brute unit, wholly within 12 inches of this unit to be the target. This is in your hero phase. Roll the dice. On a 2+, add 1 to the attack characteristic of the target's melee weapons until the start of your next turn. Okay. Reaction. You declared a fight ability for this unit. Roll a dice. On a 3+, for the rest of the turn, add 1 to the attacks characteristics of melee weapons used by friendly Brute units while they are within range of this unit's combat range. So that's another +1 attack to a Brute unit. Okay. So we got a Mega Boss and 10 Brutes. Okay. So they are Brutes. Where are Brutes? So Brutes currently have 3 attacks. So that is now 4 attacks. That is now 5 attacks. What was the other way we could give them another attack? It was it this guy? Where was the other way to get attacks? The attacks are on. So that's 5 attacks. There we go. So calling a war, that's 6 attacks. So I've got 6 attacks now. I've got 6 attacks. 6 attacks on some Brutes. So that's 60 attacks. 60 attacks, hitting on 4, wounding on 3. We can get +1 to hit if we want to. We can get +2 to hit if we want to. They're only Rend 1, but they are damage 2. They're anti-infantry, so it's Rend 2 against infantry at damage 2. Okay. War Center. So the Mega Boss is rather cool. Okay. Mega Boss and Maw Crusher is the one here. Add +1 to hit rolls of the attacks made by friendly Ironjawz units while they are wholly within 18 inches. So if I war, I'm getting +1 attack and then getting +1 to hit as well if I take that guy. So let's take that guy. So we'll go. Where are we? Add hero. That was it. Was it Fist of Gork? It was that guy, wasn't it? So we can remove him. Okay, so there we go. So we're now getting +1 to hit, +1 to wound. +1 to hit, +1 to wound with Brutes. Now he is movement 4. Brutes are also movement 4, so he needs to be wholly within 12 inches to get the ward save. And he also gets, see, that is quite cool. So I am going to put a shaman in. I am going to put a shaman in because the shaman is then, he is then wizard 2. So he's wizard 2 as long as he's got 10 Ironjawz within 12 inches of him, which he is going to because he's going to be around the brutes. Okay. +1 is max, can't stack. You can't stack +1 attack. I think you can. Talking about to hit. Oh, okay, yeah. Right. Okay, so we've got Godrak, we've got Mega Boss, we've got a Weird Knob Shaman. So we've got plenty in the middle. Now we need stuff out on the flanks to shepherd things into the middle, to make sure that they're going to go into the middle. Now I don't like the Gore Grunters, so they're not going to go in the army. Our boys. Pick an enemy unit in combat with this unit that charge this turn to be the target. Make a shield bash roll of d6 for each model in this unit for each 6+, inflict 1 mortal damage. Now you can get that down to a 5+, and I can't remember who it is. Our boy Big Boss, there it is. So is it that one? Yeah, add 1 to the shield bash rolls for friendly Arboy units while they are wholly within 12 inches of this unit. I mean, he's kind of cool as well. Piling does not allow to move into combat of units that you were not already in combat with, and if you pile away from 12-inch aura, you're dead. What? Piling does not allow to move into combat of units that you are not already in combat with. Are you sure? I think you have to stay within combat range of what you charged. Where's my rule book? You have to stay within combat range of what you charged, but you can go and tag something else. You can go into combat range of something else. Where are we? Movement. Attacking. Damage boards. There's piling in. Piling moves. If your unit is in combat, pick an enemy unit your unit is in combat with to be the target of the pilot move. Each model in your unit can move up to 3 inches. That move can pass through the combat ranges of any enemy units, but each model must end that move no further from the target unit. At the end of the move, your unit must still be in combat with all units that it was in combat with at the start of the move. So you can pile into something else. You can pile into something else. Pick an enemy unit that is... Yeah, so you charge into something, you pick that unit to pile into, and you pile into that unit, and you tag something else. You cannot move into another combat. Yeah, you can. It doesn't say anything about not being able to move into combat with other stuff. You just have to end up closer. No, not even closer. No further from the target unit. So you can charge into a target unit. You can then wrap all the way around it and tag something else and stay within target range. TOs have judged that's not allowed. That's TOs. I've never been to a Age of Sigmar tournament. Pile in, move up to 3 inches. If in combat, the unit must end the move closer or at least as close to the target enemy unit. So you target an enemy unit and you pile in 2d6 inches. Okay. Games Workshop, so it's a camera, so it's Games Workshop. No, don't get drawn into that. It's not Games Workshop, because it's not an official answer. That's not an official answer, just because it's a Games Workshop tournament. It's not an official answer. They've judged, didn't they judge that, or didn't they say that manifestations could move into combat range? Okay, well, we'll find out. We will agree to disagree on that one. And we'll find out what happens on the FAQ with that one. So, that one only happens, that one is referring to, where is he? Referring to this guy here. So, if you charge in the same turn, it can move 2d6s instead of 3 on the piling. So what you would do, if they do judge that you can't pile into another unit, then you would have something else kill the unit that one is already in combat with, and then 2d6 move away and out into combat into something else. Okay, so we're going to carry on. Tacoma's manifestation was errated up as they just did. Oh, so it's already in the errata. Right, so Tuskboss, I don't want any of the Gore Grunters and stuff. However, I do want, I think it's the Wreckers, the Ragers. Here we go. So strike first if it charged. So these ones can run and charge. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. So you just make sure you're attacking first. Cool. Yeah, so that one I agree with. I agree with that one because that one is you pick a target that you're in combat with. So Ragers can run and charge, which is useful. They also have 3 attacks each, rend 1, the damage 2, and they also get strike first. So these ones are going to be the Shepherd unit. So these ones can therefore Brute Ragers. There we go. So we're going to put 2 units of Brute Ragers in. Boonk boonk. 1490. So these ones are going to be the Shepherd units on the flanks. Yeah. And then, so that's everything, right? So that's all. That's all the units. I don't want any of the. I don't like the. I don't like the pigs, so that's fine. We're not going to have any pigs in here, so we're going to have. We need another unit of. So we could have another unit of brutes. We could have another unit of 10 brutes, or we could add some hard boys in. Hard boys are shield bashy, and they are a unit of 10 as well, with 2 health and a 3-up save again. So depending on which hard boys. Only 180 points. Jesus. 180 points for 10 hard boys with a 3-up save. Jesus. I want another unit of hard boys. That's cool. Right, okay. So we've got a mega boss. And we've got the brutes. How many wounds have the brutes got then? Have they got 3? Yeah, the brutes have got 3, so that's 30 wounds with a 3-up save. Health. 30 health with a 3-up save. Now these are on 40mm bases. What size bases are they on? Crew boys, Ironjawz, brutes are on a 40, our boys are on a 32. So our boys are on a 32. So that's 10 of them. 10 of them on a 32. So that's 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 inches by 3 inches. So 3 inches by 3 inches. So you could keep those within 12 easily. The other ones are 40 mils, so 40 by 10, so you've got 120, which is 4 inches. So it's 4 inches by about 4 inches for a unit of 10 of the brutes. So you've still got like an 8-inch. So you've still got an 8-inch kind of range across that. You need to make sure that this guy, although he's wizard 2 if he is within close. Is it just to a maximum? If there are any friendly, yeah, okay, so you can only do it to wizard 2, you can't do it to wizard 3 or anything. Are you okay? This is a long stream. I know, well, I said I would do three AOS lists, and I'm on my 3rd one now. And I'm very, very well. Yeah, this is cool. So, this is a war chanter. This is also a priest, so we can do some cool priesty shit. If any enemy units are slain this turn by this unit's combat attacks, give this unit D3 ritual points. What the bloody hell is a ritual point? What's a ritual point? Whee! War beasts. Ritual points. Ritual points to get that chant to succeed. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay, cool, I get you. Alright, so Ragers, more Grunter, that's the massive pig, that's the big pig. Okay, so I don't want big pig, I don't like big pig. I do like the brute Ragers, I think they're amazing. I don't want a boss. This guy, these are okay, these are going to be dirt cheap. How many points are they? They've got to be dirt cheap. What are they called? Weird Brute Wreckers. Weird Brute Wreckers are 130. See, these are 130 points, and they're 140 points. So I'd rather have these ones, because these ones strike first when they charge. And they can also run and charge. They're damage 1 plus 1 infantry rend, and they're anti-monster plus 1 rend, which is fine. So these ones are going to shepherd your monsters into the middle where the big hard boys are. So if we go... Why don't you like Big Pig? No, I don't like the model. Aha, so the hard boy Big Boss. The hard boy Big Boss can go in there. So we can have the hard boy Big Boss in there. In which case, let's add him in here. Hard boy Big Boss. So he can go in there with the hard boys. And then if we add another unit of hard boys as well, because okay, so we got 10 brutes, 400 points. 10 brutes at 400 points. You've got the Weird Knob Shaman giving them a 6-up ward. Weird Knob Shaman giving them a 6-up ward. You've got the Weird Knob Shaman giving all of these 6-up ward. I want another hang on, which one is the best one then? So the Shaman is Wizard 2 if he's close to something. What does the... So he's Wizard 2 if he's close to something, which is cool, because then he can do the big stuff. This guy just makes the rituals better. He's not a priest. He's a priest so that he can... So I need a priest so I can do the... Where are they? So I can do the chant, because there's a really cool chant. There's a +1 damage chant, so I need a priest to be able to do that anyway. So I need to add a war chanter in anyway. 2,120 bollocks. Okay, so let's get rid of some hard boys from there. 1920. I've got 80 points to spend. 80 points to spend. 80 points to spend. So I've got a mega boss. A cabbage boy, 10 brutes, 3 ragers for the flanks. You got hard boys and an hard boy boss in the middle. Okay. Chanter and a weird knob shaman. So you've got a little bit of redundancy around all of that. The Ragers are going on the flanks. So the Ragers get ward saves because they're mental. Yeah, they get 5+ ward save. Okay, they get 5+ ward save. Do the others get a 5+ ward save? Where are they? Ragers. No, they don't. Okay. Okay. But they're damage 2. They're damage 1. But they get 6 attacks. They get 3 attacks. So these ones are actually better because they get the 5+ ward. They get a 5-up save, 3 health, move 4, 3 health. Okay, so that's the reason why those ones are cheaper. Okay, so we'll take those and we'll put the... Where are they? Rude Brute Records. There they are. Rude Brute Records. So now we've got 100 points spare. So now everything has a 5-up ward save. You've got 10 brutes, 10 odd boys. Did I make those bigger? No, I didn't. 10 odd boys. Okay, so I've got 100 points. The odd boy big boss. The odd boy big boss makes them. See, that's annoyingly cool. That's annoyingly cool. Can I get another unit of odd boys in here? Can I get another unit of odd boys in here? Does the big boss, can you pick? Yeah, so you need 2 units of odd boys. Okay, so I need 2 units of odd boys. Right, let's put another unit of odd boys in here then. Odd boys there. So I'm 80 points over. Okay. So if I drop a wrecker, unit, does that? Yeah, it does. Okay. So that's 20 odd boys with a big boss, with either a chanter or a shaman. That's dead easy to stay within 12 inches of a chanter or a shaman. That one's a little bit harder. The 3 wreckers don't care. And then you've got Godrak and the Mega Boss. The Mega Boss is nuts, right? Where's the Mega Boss? Brutes, Mega Boss. Mega Boss is 8 attacks each. 8 attacks! 8 attacks each. And he can go up to 11 attacks that are damage 2. They're only Ren 1 again. Why orcs are only Ren 1 is ridiculous, but I suppose they're just using like massive stone weapons. It's a big stone weapon. Maybe, okay. Anyway, everything's only Ren 1. Okay. Now the next question is there Ogre-Maw tribes? No, not Ogre-Maw tribes. Age of Sigmar, Destruction, Orc War clans. Is there a cooler model than that to stick your orc on? That's the question. Is there a cooler model than that than to stick your orc on? Is there a cooler model than that to stick your orc on? I don't think there is. Can you get more in there? 450. 230. I don't think you need 2. Because that is 8 attacks and damage 2, so that's 16 damage. 16 damage and 24 damage. And that one is also 16 damage and 24 damage. That one's a hero one, that one's infantry, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got the infantry one because we don't need Did we get the infantry one? No, we went Godrak. We went Godrak because of the +1 to hit. So we got +1 attack for the brutes. And the brutes are damage. Brutes are damage 2. You can up it to damage 3. And they get 6 attacks each. Is that one model? Pick a friendly, yeah it is, so it's not 2. Okay. There we go. All within 18 inches of this unit. So you want to use Godrak and the war boss in the middle with 10 brutes. No, Godrak is out to one side a little bit. Godrak's out to one side a little bit because you got to. He's almost like a bit of a shepherd unit. And then either Shaman or War Chanter hold within 12. Yeah, you got 2 of them, so you can kind of, you basically got 24 inches of coverage then. And the War Chanter and the Shaman are always going to be running. So you've got Gordrak and Gordrak and the Wreckers on one you got Gordrak on sort of on one side. You got the Wreckers on the other side, probably with a unit of Ardboys. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. So you've got 20 Ardboys with an Ardboy Big Boss. Ardboys with an Ardboy Big Boss, a Mega Boss, 10 brutes in the middle with a Shaman and a War Chanter sort of off center on each of them, with Gordrak on the far side, the Wreckers on the other side just running off doing their own thing, just scoring objectives if they need to get to a flank or something. Yeah. It's not really a castle, it's like a big death ball. But it's not standing still. And the war boss on foot has to be within 3 inches of the brutes. Yes. Gordrak has to be a general. Yes, yes he does. Yeah, yeah. Oh, did I click that one? Yeah, I meant that. How are you doing, Xanth? How are you doing? We've done three army lists today, Xanth. I've done 3 lists. I've done a really cool Soulblight list. I've done a Cruelboy list, and now I've just done an Ironjawz list. Been mostly practicing Slanesh. Nice. Your True Bloods will just love to just move and countercharge either one for no save. Don't put the Shaman or War Chanter away from things. No, they're in the middle of all of this shit. And there's enough optional flexibility in there to push one thing out if it needs to manipulate the board state around into something else. Like you could push Gordrak out a little bit further, so he's only affecting like 1 unit maybe, but he's shepherding the enemy army around into an area, into like a kill zone. I quite like that. Yeah, I was trying to write a Cruelboy list, and it's hard. So yeah, ward save within 12 inches. Right, is there anything in here? Because we've got the mega boss dude. So they could always, for this unit, okay, so that's not going to be particularly useful for the list. His list of very apprentices with the best KBZ in the world is very different from the rest of the world. Cruel boys, at least they were this last edition. Nice. So where's my cruel boy list? I'll show you my cruel boy list. The cruel boy list I wrote was that. So Gobsprack, a breaker boss, a breaker boss, a breaker boss, and a kill boss. With 10 gut rippers and then lots of bows. I thought that was quite fun. I thought that was quite cool. It's not quite fitting in. There we go. You need a sludge raker. They add +1 damage. The sludge raker does. Fucking hate it. I don't think you can run more than one reinforced. Oh, can you not? Okay, cool. No, I haven't. I've got one reinforced Bot Boys unit. I've only got one reinforced. But yeah, that was the Cruel Boy list, and that's the Ironjawz list. Killbow is a trap too. Oh, why is Killbow a trap? I thought it was quite cool with all the monsters. Alright, so brutes, you got like 6 or 7 attack brutes. You got the wreckers with the ward save. Our boys. Oh my big boss, save a war chapter. Godrak. Cavalry is prime right now. They'll have an easy time to get into it. You can -1 damage the cavalry, and yeah, you can always Sextus. You can always say, oh, so and so. 1950, and you get an extra command point as well at the beginning with this. So anything else you could tweak? So they're 180, 200. So you could turn a unit of our boys into brutes. Brush for hire, how you doing? It's a bit of a meme. Yeah, I don't like doing it. I'm not that like sold on it. I'm not entirely sure it's worth it either. I'm just, because I'm like there now just by accident, I'm wondering whether to kind of try and carry on tweaking it, because you could drop both hard boys and just make them another unit of brutes, but at that point are you lacking a little bit of toolboxiness? And no, I haven't got any of the big pigs, and I haven't got any of the cavalry in here. I'm not a big fan of them. I don't particularly like. Where are we? I don't particularly like where are they? How they look. They're okay. They're okay. They're slightly more acceptable than the big pig. I don't like the big pig. But also, Saxdeuce was like, I don't want to run everything of the same thing. So I thought I'd try and stay away from the Gorgrunters. Anyway, that's not too bad. Oh, they're atrocious as a data sheet anyway, are they? Where are they? Where are they? If they're really bad as a data sheet, then that's fine. There we go. Oh my god, the damage, 3 attacks, 4s, 3s, rend 1, damage 1. Oh, and the companion is +1 damage. And they do mortals on the charge. So their spears aren't +1 damage. The Gore Grunter's tusks are +1. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, 4 attacks, 4s and 2s, so 2... okay, 2 hits. So you get 12 attacks. 6 hits, 5 wounds at damage 2. But no rend. And then 9 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Hitting on 4s. Should have more attacks if they're hitting on 4s. Yeah, okay, that's not great. In like 3 different places. That's just a weird stat line for an orc on top of a massive Gore Grunter, isn't it? Compared to where are the brutes? Brutes are 4s and 3s, rend 1, damage 2. 4s and 3s, rend 1, damage 1. They're all kind of about the same. 4s and 3s, 1, 1. 4s and 3s, 1, 1. Yeah. Move 9. There we go. Anyway, so that's the list that you can all. 1950. That's the list that you can all rip apart anyway. The spell law is going to be Law of the Weird. The manifestation law, I'm just going to put in Morbid Conjuration. And the prayer law is a War Beat.